Hello, my name is Zakiya. I am the owner of the Mothering Skillet food blog, and also I'm a sous chef at Culture Kitchen Peoria, a catering company located in Central Illinois. And I just want to say a special thank you to the members of the Central Illinois chapters of the Links Incorporated. They have done an amazing job addressing the social determinants of health through health and nutrition, and I truly appreciate the opportunity just to share this delicious healthy meal with you all today. So today I'm making a fake cod topped with a butter, herb, tomato situation right on top. So decadent, and I'm going to pair it with some roasted garlic, sauteed green beans. Super simple, easy, come together real quick, okay? So the first thing I'm doing right now is sauteing my shallots and my garlic. And next I'm gonna do now is just deglaze the pot here. I'm using some white wine. You can use chicken broth, chicken stock, or vegetable broth if you don't want to use any chicken, or even sea broth because we're doing, so cute, because we're doing seafood. So you can use seafood stock instead. So all I'm gonna do is let this cook down. Just have them add a little bit more to it. And let that cook down. The good benefits of cooking with shallots and garlic is they are heavy, packed with antioxidants. They also are packed with good immune boosters. So like if you're fighting a cold or you want to prevent colds, always a good easy way to put in your recipes is some either shallots or onions or garlic. And so that just does well with everything. While this is cooking down, I do want to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do with the cod, okay? They are trimmed, cut, and they are pat down dry. I allow it to get to room temperature before I'm going to cook it. It'll be able to cook more evenly and thoroughly. So all I'm gonna do is dress this and season it really simple. I'm going to use a little bit of avocado oil first and foremost. Just a tad bit on both sides. I like avocado oil. It is definitely a little bit healthier than olive oil, but you can use olive oil as well. Avocado oil has a higher heat temperature tolerance, and that's what I love about this. So I'm going to just season it with just a little pepper seasoning that I have. That's it. This has everything I need. It has a salt, pepper, all that. If you don't have that, all you need is some salt, pepper. Keep it really simple because the flavor is going to be right in this situation right here, okay? So all I'm going to do is drizzle a little bit of that on top of these fillets, just like that. I'm going to rub that into the meat here, and I'm going to go ahead and get my fillets into my pan so I can put them in the oven while we create this tomato situation on top, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is place these in a container. Then I'm going to drizzle some fresh lemon juice right on top of those there. I'm going to go ahead and place these right inside here, as like so. I'm going to move that to the side here. So I have them seasoned well with just some avocado oil, and I put some fresh lemon juice right on top, seasoned with some lemon pepper seasoning. Super simple. I'm going to bake it right at 400 degrees. It's going to cook thoroughly for about 15-17 minutes until your liking, just so it can be super flaky. Cook right up out there like that. Now this pan is ready to add the tomatoes to it, okay? A couple cups of the cherry tomatoes. I'm going to add that right into here. And I'm going to crank that heat up a little bit to about a medium-high heat, because I want the tomatoes to kind of burst open and let the flavors come right out, juices come right out. Tomatoes is a great vegetable. Well, technically tomatoes are fruit, but tomato is a great component to add to your meals, to add an extra help with when it comes to anti-inflammatory properties. So if you have a lot of joint pain, stuff like that, swelling, this actually helps with that. And I like to add this a lot to my meals. Some tomatoes, red bell peppers, do that as well. I'm going to let that all get well acquainted together in this pot, you guys. I'm going to bring it closer so you can just see it. So as this gets together, all I'm going to do is season this really simple, because the herb to add to this is going to be so flavorful alone. You don't need that much seasonings in there. So I'm going to first start with a little bit of sea salt and pinch a little bit in there. I'm also going to use a little sugar. Sugar pairs well with tomatoes. It brings the flavor out. It makes everything come well together in any dish that you have tomatoes in. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of roasted garlic and bell pepper seasoning. If you have garlic powder, onion powder, that is perfect at this time. I'm just gonna add a little bit here to that. You know what? I'm gonna add just a tad bit, a little bit more wine to let it get the juices together. There we go. Get a little bit more liquid. At any point when you're making recipes and you notice that you're like, it might need a little bit of liquid, just add it in there. This is your time to kind of do you and see what comes together. Okay. The tomatoes are bursting open as the heat hits it, and that's what I want it to look like before I add my butter and my herbs. So next thing I'm going to do is add about 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm using avocado butter. It's a plant-based butter. You can use it's unsalted. If you use salted butter, just make sure when you add the salt, you don't put too much because you already going to get the salt from the butter part. So I'm going to let that melt down. Oh, who doesn't like butter? Okay, a little butter ain't going to hurt. So now I'm going to let that melt down. This is still on a pretty high heat. I'm going to turn this down to a simmer. And then at this time, what I'm going to do is add a zest of a lemon to this. All right. Don't skip this step because the zest of a lemon adds a different type of element into a dish when you use and cook with lemons. You notice I use lemon juice on the actual cod. I don't want it to be completely overpowered. So instead of using lemon juice at this step, I'm just using the zest of lemon so you still get that flavor without that lemony sourness throughout the whole dish. It's not going to hit you right in the face, you know, but it's going to add depth and flavor to it, and that's what I'm all about. Alrighty, so now I'm going to add all of my fresh herbs. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is a medley of parsley, cilantro, basil, chives, all that goodness. I'm going to add that right into the pot here. It's going to bring a beautiful color here. Oh yes, 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 yes. So now I just got it looking real, those colors, you guys. Oh, I wish you were here so you could smell it, and everything smells so good. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is put a cap on this, set it aside. I'm gonna get right onto my green beans here. The fish is still cooking, but I do have some cod already cooked, and I'm gonna show you guys how that looks. So here's the cod right here. So next I'm gonna do is just add this butter situation. Yes, I'm about to do that. Pour right above onto that cod here, okay? Look how beautiful this is. Came together so quick. Oh, so all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cover this for a couple minutes just to let the flavors get into the cod pieces here. So when it's ready to plate with the green beans, it's gonna be so pretty. Oh, I'm so happy. With the green beans, all I'm gonna do is I already blanched them. So blanching vegetables, like green vegetables, I get the boiling water hot to a boil, a rapid boil, and I put those right in there for about 3 minutes. And then I take it out the bowl and put it in a bowl of ice water to let it cool, stop the cooking process. And then I leave that in there for 5 minutes and I set them aside. So all I'm gonna do is saute these so they still got the green color. It's still gonna have that crunch that we want, and it's still gonna contain all the nutrients that green beans add to any dish, and that's what we want to keep. Roasted some garlic, and I have a basically roasted garlic olive oil right here, and it's like a simple step. It sounds fancy, but it's such a quick thing to do. And then I minced up the roasted garlic that was right in there, and that's what I'm going to saute the green beans in. It's going to add so much flavor, and it's trust me on this process. I'm just going to add right in there my roasted garlic, roasted olive oil. Okay. And I'm gonna toss it right here, all up in there right now. That's all I'm gonna do. You hear that? You get a little color on the green beans, okay? So to this, I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper. That's it. Because you don't need anything else to these green beans. So fresh start. Super simple, super quick. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this roasted garlic, minced garlic that I have in here right into these green beans. Let them get well acquainted. Turn that right off here. It's my favorite time. It's time to plate. Let's get a good helping of these roasted garlic green beans right on this plate right here. Oh, yes. Oh. That right here on this beautiful plate, you guys. Oh, I'm excited. And look how quick that came together. So quick, so simple. quick, easy. Let me get all that goodness right on top because we do not waste over here in my kitchen. Okay, and some parsley and some chives. You can squeeze a little bit of lemon juice if you want to, right on top, like so. And here's this delicious meal that we created that quick. Again, so many healthy properties, so many good benefits as in this beautiful dish, and more importantly, it is so amazing. This recipe and other recipes are located on my food blog and also on Instagram. My Instagram is The Mothering Skillet, and also on YouTube is The Mothering Skillet. I hope you tried this recipe out. And again, thank you again to the members of the Central Illinois chapters of the Links Incorporated. I appreciate the opportunity to share this beautiful recipe with you. Until next time.